conditions, a bit of wind at the start of the match, a bit like yesterday, and these are tough opponents as well. But just being able to stay calm, when there was ups and downs in the match, and being able to play so well in the third set is obviously a lot of positive for me going forward.
You could play against Dominic Thiem. What would that mean for you?
It'd be great, it'd be a good challenge for me. He's been playing unbelievable. The winner last week, so I'm always up for these challenges. It's really motivating for a young guy like me.
That's it. Thank you.
First of all, I think I'm not really scared of losing. It's part of the game. When I go into the match, I always look forward, always try to look for the best outcome. So in a way, I'm able to stay in the present and enjoy the game. I try to play good tennis every time I'm out there on the court. So that's a bit my way of thinking, and that's how I play my best tennis as well.
And for those who maybe aren't as familiar with your game yet, what do you feel that you bring to the court that can challenge these guys?
I think I try to have the better, like a complete game. I think I can serve pretty well, for my size, and I also, I can play from the baseline, but also come in. So, that's the main thing that I've improved over the last few months. Being able to close out the points at the net. So I think I'm more and more complete, and I think that's what I bring to these guys.
What poses more of a mental challenge for you in your next round? Playing someone like Dominic Thiem, who's like an established player, and you're probably the underdog, or playing like somebody else who's on the come up, like Hubert or Katz, who's also young and is trying to make a name for himself?
I think obviously if I play Dominic, there's maybe an extra motivation to beat such a high-ranked player. But at the same time, it's going to be a third-round match to go forward in the Masters. So I'm going to be super excited and super motivated either way. And I don't think there's extra pressure me playing Hubert or me playing Dominic. For me, it's the same. Yeah.
Have you ever played Hubert before in younger tournaments?
I played him, in the junior grade 2 in France, actually on clay. I won that match, but obviously it was already tough back then. It's going to be even tougher tomorrow or the next day if I play him.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the one.
It was really, a click in my mind where after Buenos Aires I lost first round, and I was a bit, in my mind I was always maybe a bit scared of the outcome or losing or not being able to win a lot of matches this year or whatever. But I think before Rio I really told myself I'm doing good work, I'm working a lot, so just trust your game and be instinctive, and we'll see where it goes. But to stop being scared of losing. Yeah.
And how tough is it for you? Obviously, it's a big match on a big stage. To not think ahead, like where you could reach and possibly playing a match for a quarterfinal. How do you sort of stay in the moment?
I think whenever these thoughts come in your mind, because they always do, I think it's really about me doing the best I can to stay in the present. And in a way, for me, the best thing is focusing on the tennis, on the game. So just to play, to try to find ways of winning. So that really keeps me in the present and keeps me instinctive.
And speaking about the tennis itself, you haven't played UB since juniors years ago at this point. What did you think of the match?
I think he's playing very good. I think it was from both sides. It was really a great match. So no breaks of serves until the very end. So I think he's been doing a lot of good things, and I have a lot of respect for him because he's a great guy and also a great player.
It's playing like a slow, closer to clay. I was just curious about that.
I wouldn't go as far as clay, but I think all these courts now, even clay, hard, they're all similar speed. I think there's not as many extremes that there's used to be, I think, back in the days, but I think now all the courts are suitable for games like me, so it definitely feels good.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I'm still inspired by what the others are doing, but I think I'm in a position now where I also have a chance, because my dad has an academy, and I have a chance to give back and give the lessons that I've learned over the last few years to these kids.
So what would you tell them?
I'm not sure where to start, but just to work. Obviously, you have to work hard, but also be patient and enjoy what you do, because at the end of the day, it takes a lot of time, but you have to enjoy it. And I'm sure there's other things I would like to tell them if I have the chance, but I think those are the basics.
Process that has to go in before you can make breakthroughs like this quarterfinal.
I think I've been dealing with this for the last couple of years, so I think in a way that's why I'm able now to have these kind of results, because I feel like this extra pressure or this like attention that I gave maybe last year or the year before to the outcomes, to the medias, that's a bit behind me now. We're in a way where I'm able really to stay in the present and really focus on what I have to do on the court, finding ways to win, and that just keeps me going and just keeps me happy.
So you're saying you did more media type stuff before, but now less now?
I would maybe care more about like the results and the expectations, and I would put maybe more pressure on myself. And I think since the start of this year, I made a switch in my head where I'm really focusing on what I have to do every day, and in a way that's how I give myself the best chances. For sure, especially today, playing Borna, who's been established, for a few years now, and I definitely didn't expect to win. I expected more a set like in the first, but the second really surprised me. I felt like I had margin over him. I had a bit of an edge, and I just felt really comfortable out there from the first balls.
You're like 6-1 in tie breaks now. What's the success in tie breaks this year? Why so successful?
I think I'm really serving well, so I think it's putting pressure on them. See, he double faulted once in the tie break, and he missed a couple ground strokes that maybe he wouldn't normally. But I feel like with all the matches that I've played, obviously it brings confidence at the end of sets like this when it's tight.
As you prepare to play John Isner, how do you get ready to face that kind of serve?
Obviously, I think maybe I'll have to adjust my return position, maybe see the stats, where he's serving best, look at the match, how he played today, in these tie breaks to see where he likes serving on the important points, and from there, just focus on myself, what I have to do first, and then figure out a way to break him.